Right, well peeps, time for an update. Now, not really sure, as I haven't watched my last video. I hope here comes my video assistant. Hello, Troubles here. The pity patty of little paws. Hello, it's got to be in every video, ain't you kids? So needy. So needy. Right, so as you can see, the body is back on the chassis now. Ignore the big stupid thing at the front, that's just to hold the front end still. Right, where are we with this? As you can see, we have shockers on this. It's all sort of mostly done underneath. Right, now I'm going to tip it over and show you what I have done. Just let me pause this for a moment. Right, so as you can see, she's sort of finished. Now, ignore the little 112 shocks. I just shoved them on for something to hold it off the ground while I got the links and stuff right. Now, I ordered some of these metal links from eBay. It's been 6 weeks now. They've been in the UK for 4 weeks. I think it's fair to say they've gone missing. The vendor is not wanting to give me my money back, but I'm pushing. So hopefully, when I get my money back for those, I'm going to have to order another set. I was still hoping they'll turn up. They're here. They got to Heathrow, went through customs, handed over to the postal operator, then just promptly disappeared. They went to the postal operator on the 8th of February. It is now the 13th of March, so they've been here a while. There was no point making the finished links until they turned up. Like I said, I have the tube and the threaded rod to make all new links, so the untidiness of these will be sorted. Right, anyway, but it is working now. Now, I didn't put... ooh, if you can hear that, that's some heavy rain out there. Right, now I'm going to take the body off. Just a minute, just for a moment, just to make it easier to handle. Right, it's easier to show you what I've done so far. Right, now, these little shocks, they are for... I think they're actually officially for Tamiya CC01. That's what I bought them for. They are for that CC01 up there, but they never got on anyway. I thought I'd use them because on this they look brilliant under there. They really do look scale size wise, but they're not staying under there because that's the lowest suspension travel. But having said that, it does have fairly reasonable articulation with these on. But like I say, I need to mount the shockers a bit longer to here so that I can get full compression. Because with this thing in the middle here, even at full compression, they don't go all the way down like I would like. So I can't sit it as low as I would like to have done. Now, I have got the motor mounted, and I'm using this to hold the front end rigid. Now, I'm actually tempted to cut these chassis rails down and use this. Because it's proper rigid, some fairly substantial bumper going on there, so I might even use that. So where are we with this? I need to mount another bracket on the back here to fasten it to this because, yeah, I'm not happy with that movement. It doesn't matter how many of these spaces I put in, it's still floppy there. So yeah, now I made these little tabs out of the square tube, out of a piece of that. This is not the first one of these I've made. Bear with me. I made one of these before, but which one is it? Which one is it? Oh, I used it because it broke. You bend aluminium too much and it just snaps, like that one did, just there. But these are a heavier gauge of aluminium, but softer than those. So I cut them hoping to extend them, but that didn't work. I decided an easier option was to extend the links instead. So that, as you can see, worked in the end. Right, so drive shafts, it's all connected. It's all connected. Steering, because it's axle on, servo on axle, solved a whole host of problems. Right, now, like I say, I can't bring myself to take this one apart, but it's done. I'm going to use these shockers because they've got a thicker oil and better spring rate for the weight of this. They are actually really stiff. I'm not really supposed to be for a Slash or a Stampede, but they were really too stiff for that, so pardon me. Now, I don't know whether to use these that came with the lift kit that's under there, or use these as it is, but fasten them the other way so that I can sit the mounting point. Sorry, the point. So I can sit the mounting point wherever I want. So I think I'll use these. So that's my next step. I wanted to show you this chassis though before I took it apart because it looks so scale. The shockers. Let me get some light on here. Oop. The shockers look so scale in comparison to the truck. They are leaking oil, although I didn't know there was any in them. The friction shocks I must have put some oil in to make them softer, but they stick at full compression, or is it at the top? When they've been sat for a while, when you go to move them, they stick. So they're cheap shit. They looked good, you know. So yeah, I have stripped the paint from the inner fenders, mostly. That was an arduous job. Anybody from out of the UK might not know, but we had reasonable snow. Well, to anybody else, it's a dusting. To people in the UK, it's like, oh my god, apocalyptic! It's another ice age. We had 3 inches of snow. Anyway, so I took the day off work. I had a snow day, and I spent 3 hours stripping all that paint off. I need to get myself some either metal sealer or acid etch paint. I'm not even sure if they're actually the one and the same in reality. But yeah, I'm gonna either make new section for that or bolt a piece onto this to bring this down to the chassis rail, and then I will mount the shockers to this, same as the back, and then this chassis is done. The wheels, now these are monster truck wheels and they're not staying on here, they're just again to hold it up. Now anybody who's watched this truck will know it had these wheels with these tyres. Now I've mooching around found these old, several companies make the same truck, the Maverick Scout, the HSP something, the Red Cat Everest 10 is all the same truck, and these are wheels from that. But I only had 3 intact wheels. The third one was broken, so with the super glue and bicarbonate of soda method, I've rebuilt them. I will have to buy some new wheels at some point. These are not going to last long, but I just wanted to see, because mounting these tyres on 2.8 rims, they looked cool, but I just wanted to see what they look like on proper sized rims, and I actually quite like them. They look good on the truck. So these are going to be the wheels that it stays with, but they are so soft and the foams are so soft and this truck is so heavy, I can't leave it sat on them for any length of time because they just go completely flat. So these are doing that job. Right, so the next time you see this are these shockers mounted. It is then working. It's going to be a while before weather in the UK is up to painting things. Now I don't know whether to strip the whole thing, because I've done a little final metal work to tidy it up before I paint that. I will make a new piece to tidy that up and just little knickknacks. I'll use some super glue and bicarbonate soda to fill that gap and make it one piece again. Again, it's not structural at this point because these are holding it together, so that's just to fill the gap so that I might paint it black as well. Then it'll have realistic scrapes on it. So yeah, I said it's primer coming to. So the whole thing will be black. Now, I don't know whether to leave it body coloured or black underneath. I'll Google what a real Ford Excursion would look like underneath. I want to try and make it look as scale as I can. I had this FTX bumper on it just simply because of the size. FTX Canyon bumper, but I like the framework, the brush guards, but I don't like the bumper. It's got this weird cutout. It never did look decent, and it's dead straight as well, which the front of a F350 is not. So I may use that on something else. Who knows? I actually thought cutting cutting this affair off, drilling a little hole in each one, screwing it from underneath and fastening it to another bumper at a later date, and it was only £5.50, $6, so not throwing a lot of money away on that. So that's where we are. This is now junk. I don't know what to do with these axles. I've also ordered an FTX Canyon 2-speed gearbox for a princely £31. I don't know what the quality is like. They're supposedly metal geared, so if it's plastic geared it might strip, I don't know. But whether I put that 2-speed gearbox in that up front, like this one, to replace the centre mounted plastic affair that's in it, and then I've got that gearbox to put with this running gear in something else. I don't know. I've got a really wild idea. If I can find a way of mounting a servo on the axle on this, I can use it in another project that I've got. A weird, really out there project in my mind, which I'll come to another day. But I need to work out if I can fit a servo mount on this. If I can, I will. I'd actually thought about... No, I was going to take that one off there, but it won't work. I need to fabricate something to fit on here. There's some bolts here. I could make some sort of cross member here. Whether it was strong enough, I don't know. We'll see if I can get my fab imagination on and get it. I don't know what to do with these wheels. I wish there were alloy wheels instead of steelies, because and 2.8 form, they're pretty cool, and you can now get tyres in this size because a Capo 6 has 2.8 wheels. But can you find the wheels for that? No. You can get tyres but not wheels. Anyway, so that's where we are. I'm going to start work on that at some point. I missed getting out in the snow. I took the electronics out of it because I was going to do the refit. And having to spend money on new wheels for it, it sort of cancelled the refit, so I never got to putting the electronics back in. I never got around to it in the 18 hours of snow I was on the ground, so... Yeah. Right, so there we go, RC update, thanks for watching. Hopefully, the next time you see that, it will be sort of completed. Like I say, to finish it, ready to take it out for a run, I just need to bridge this gap and mount the shockers and add the electronics, and it's good to go. There won't be painting it anytime soon because of the weather, obviously, like I said. So test run nearly. I was going to try and get it out in the snow, but I'll be honest, a day and a half, it just wasn't enough time to get it done. Pretty much start watching telly with my good wife, so there we go. Right, so thanks for watching, peeps. Bye.